I'm just going to get right into it. I bought a RØDE VideoMic GO to put right on the top of my G85 as my primary camera, but for a backup audio track. I figured it'd be better than the built-in microphone in the G85, and if something went wrong with my other primary audio setup, I'd have a workable audio track. And then I thought, you know, maybe for B-roll, if I wanted to capture audio, I could. It seemed like a nice mic, and I didn't need power and all this good stuff. I did a couple of videos and I realized there's a bunch of popping and clicking, different kinds, by the way, and I'll get to that in a minute. And I assumed that it was the G85, but then I thought, wait a minute, maybe it's the microphone. So kind of sent me down this path. So what I ended up doing was I looked around the internet. It sounds like some people also have the same problem with the RODE VideoMic GO. So I got a RODE VideoMicro as well, and I went ahead and did some tests against the internal mic of the G85. I even did some stuff with my phone really nearby with Wi-Fi, LTE, a phone call. I didn't include any of that footage because, quite frankly, those did introduce some noise, but I think there's a bigger problem where the phone was not a factor. In fact, it might be Wi-Fi in my house, I don't know. What you're gonna look at is, I have two G85s, and I've got the Video Go on one side and the micro on the other. And I did some tests, and I think you're going to be surprised at the results. So go ahead and take a look at these, and then I'll talk about my conclusions at the end and kind of what I recommend for those who are looking for this kind of setup. Hear that? When I unplug the right, the left gets better. When I unplug the left, which is what you're listening to, it goes away. Now, let's go ahead and listen to the right-hand camera. Same footage, just different audio track from the micro. Hear that? It's lower, but when you unplug it, it goes away. Now, it should be said that when you unplug and during recording, it doesn't switch over to the internal mic. So let's do that test and see what the internal mic sound like. So I had to change the input levels to 0 dB instead of -12. So let's listen now to the internal mics. Now there is some whir, and I think those are the lenses, but not that clicking and popping. Now the right-hand side almost sounds the same, different lens, but no clicking or popping. Interesting. Okay, so here are my thoughts. First of all, I don't have a different camera or different microphones besides the two RODEs to do more troubleshooting and try to figure out, is it a camera that's causing the noise? Is it the RODE design that it's not shielded well enough, or is it some combination of each? But I will tell you this, the RODE VideoMic GO definitely is worse than the micro. However, the micro is smaller, so maybe they're both unshielded and one's just picking up more noise because it's just got a bigger antenna, essentially. It could be the G85 as well. I don't know. But what I do know is that if you have a G85 and you're looking at either of these two microphones, chances are you're going to have sounds in your soundtrack that will make the video unusable if that's your only audio source. So I can't recommend either of these right now. I got to thinking it could also be that the cables aren't shielded well, but I just don't have other cables to test. So for now, both of these mics are going back, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I wanted something that wasn't battery powered, that was just always on, and that wasn't huge. Maybe I'll go with some of the generic. There's some generic microphones that are, I don't know, in the 60 and below range that are kind of like RODE knockoffs, but most of them do require a 9-volt or AA batteries. So I'll keep looking, but for now, I can't recommend either of these microphones with the G85. If anyone else has other information that might be helpful, that would be great. You know, I'm gonna try to see if I can borrow maybe a camera from a friend. As for mics, I might just have to buy something else and try it. As I put in on the video, I turned off stabilization, I turned off autofocus, I turned everything to manual mode. So if there's something that's causing that popping and clicking from the camera, I'm not sure what it is, but Wi-Fi is not even on the camera. The little blue light will normally come on when that happens. So that's my wrap up. Hopefully that helps you. And until next time, I'm Chris with 2-Bit DaVinci. You know, give us a thumbs up, a comment, subscribe if you want to get more videos like this in your feed. And, you know, if you click those Amazon affiliate links, of course, probably won't have too many there because I'm not recommending these microphones, but it does put a few pennies in our pocket. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.